Happy Friday, December 3rd. Welcome to
Good for You.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Good for You, a podcast about the things we ghosted, the purchases that haunt us, and an extension of The Cusp, our wellness hypebeast community where we talk about the best products, services, and industry happenings in the wellness, well-being, and spiritual space.
Join us in the Audiographs, where friends don't let friends get
Duped.
No, get scammed.
Get
Where friends don't let friends get
scammed.
Thanks for tuning in. We're about to tell you what this podcast is all about.
We sort of
Like products.
We love buying things. Here's the truth. I just like getting presents delivered to my front door every single day. I like it to be a surprise. I need something to live for.
We
And
are shopaholics.
the only reason I have a
Not
job
true.
is so I can buy skincare
Not true.
and Bitcoin.
Pretty much. Don't listen to us.
So we started The Cusp about a year ago. Our wellness hype beast group. Your face went a year. I know. We've aged.
Oh, no.
It's been really fun.
Mhm.
Extremely fun. And we just wanted to investigate our relationship to the joy of discovering new wellness products and being like, oh my God, you have this tarot deck. And also being the capitalism critical, intellectual, brilliant baddies that our community is. And there were so many conversations that we had where people were like, I really want to buy this thing. Does that like make me a bad person?
And we have had so many good threads in the Cusp about what products to buy in a certain category. Collagen, that thread was insane.
Was
I don't know.
Off the chain.
Many threads. And we talk about this as a team all the time. We're always saying, buy this, don't buy that, get the dupe for this.
That's a waste of your money. That's
Yeah.
trash. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Fuck you. You're cool.
This founder's sick, check them out. So we just thought we'd open it up.
Yeah. And we've been taught so much in like wellness and spiritual spaces that materialism and
Is
being
bad.
is bad, girl.
You are a sinner.
Yeah. It's very
You
puritanical.
can't be spiritual and material.
As a material ghoul, I'm here to tell you that you can be into life. You can be into being a person on the planet. You don't have to try to ascend all the time and like leave your human body.
We are material ghouls in a material world. The third line.
It was a bit of a remix.
Very nice.
But it's not that black and white. Like nothing is. I think that's the whole thing that we do at Holisticism, right? Like you can be a spiritual person and an emotional baddie. You can be all the things and multidimensional as opposed to reducing yourself down to one thing or another, good or bad, spiritual or completely not checked in with who you are in yourself. I think a lot of us feel stuck between wanting to be spiritual people and also like really finding pleasure and joy in products and services and the material world. And what if we were able to look at those things that we buy and that we love, and instead of like having a shame, instead of having shame, investigate our pleasure and actually be capitalism critical by investigating why we want what we want.
Imagine if we put as much pressure on the government as we did on our yoga pant purveyors to be sustainable. Why aren't these all made of water bottles?
Imagine if aloe yoga was the president. We demand 15-minute shavasana.
Truly, if we were demanding or as engaged with the government, which I wish we were, but
Okay, Canada. Yeah, taking down individuals and other people and judging each other so much and putting so much pressure on the individual, which is super American. Why don't we maybe just orient that energy in a different direction? Shame the brands.
shame that.
Yeah, but what we buy and choose and consume is necessary for our identity. Like consumption isn't all bad. We're consuming art and food and content, and yeah, we're buying things too, and they help create our identity, whether it's conscious or unconscious. You know, Sartre says the only reason that we want to have something is to enlarge our sense of self, and that the only way that we can know who we are is by observing what we have, like literally the things that we buy and interact with. So why don't we just start doing that and have fun with it?
You know, writing off consumerism and why we buy as non-spiritual or as bad is reductive. And it doesn't require very much imagination or critical thought. And we're here for the jokes and the critical thought.
It's such a dude bro thing to say, to just be like, oh yeah, women love shopping.
Oh, you want to go shopping?
Oh, you like sparkly things? She likes makeup, and maybe you should get more comfortable with someone touching your butthole.
Feels pretty good, apparently.
Your sphincter is extremely tight. We should let our sexy, unique desires, which are so much more weird and wonderful and magical and bizarre than society like really allows us to let them be. We should just let our freak flags fly. We should let our pleasure be as distinctive and unique as we are. I want to be the most multidimensional version of myself. What the fuck is the point of being in these human meat suits on this planet if we don't get to feel the range of emotions and be all the things? I don't want to reduce myself down. I don't want to make myself smaller and more palatable to somebody else. I want to expand and find all the nooks and crannies of who I am and the weird things that I find pleasure in, whether that's eating olives and spitting the pits out, Castellano olives only, or watching Dumois Instagram stories on Sunday morning.
I'm trying to niche down on this podcast, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh, so you'd like to reduce yourself down?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
Fit into a box. I want the gram feed to be
streamlined. Color story.
This is a niche down pod.
So if you really want to be revolutionary, I think that you should engage with your own pleasure.
And gossip.
Let's talk about Harry Styles.
Even the term gossip, we talk about this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be so negative because it was gendered female and made negative to keep the witches down.
You guys can double click on that. Read some Silvia Federici.
Yes.
She has a whole essay on it. Gossip, linguistically, the etymology didn't have a negative connotation.
So that's what we're here to do, guys. Gossip.
So join us, won't you?
Come gossip with us.
Anyways, this is the podcast. Good for you. Good for you.
Good for you.
We're excited that you're here.
Enjoy the pod.
Welcome, valued customer.
This is our official episode.
No, that was right. Official. It's official.
Good
Two
to go.
Canadians and an American walk into a bar. Enter Irwan.
Walk into a bar.
Oh, God.
This is Good for You, a podcast about the things we ghosted, the purchases that haunt us, and really just cosmic consumerism gone rogue.
Rage.
Rage.
We're raging.
Cosmic consumerism gone rogue. I feel like we need a little bit more pep in the step.
Pass me the Coca-Cola.
I'm going to do some jumping jacks really quick.
Yeah, do some burpees.
We need a trampoline.
We do.
Here we are, first Friday of the end of the year.
Whoop, whoop.
A good Friday indeed.
There's many unpopular opinions that will follow
And this podcast is kind of an Aries.
that we have learned people don't like or have a sense of humor about. They will ride for hemp milk.
Seriously, I can't believe we almost got canceled before this podcast even went live because of the hemp milk comment. Who knew? They had so many stands.
It's not even the best one.
It's the worst one.
It's the worst. Also, life's too short to be taken too seriously, said someone.
Shakespeare.
There you go.
I would actually say life is way too short if you're drinking hemp milk.
And if you're listening to this on Friday, December 3rd, smash the subscribe button, take a screenshot, and share it on Instagram and tag Holisticism. Tag a friend. You'll be entered to win over $1,000 worth of gifts that we're giving away.
If you head to our link in bio, you will find on our top shelfie the list of products that we will be giving away.
They're extremely good.
It's extremely good. It's actually popping off.
It's a haul.
It's a whole fucking haul.
Let's blow this thing out of the water. What do you guys say?
You look pretty.
What did you say?
I said you look shitty. Good night, Denise.
Welcome to our segment, Bestie.
Are
you okay?
Or are you thriving?
Oh, are you thriving? Are you living? In this segment, we talk about something that's happening in the pop cultures, a person, a place, a thing, maybe an inanimate object, and we decide, are you okay or are you actually thriving? Now, this week, I got some internet hot goss in the body positive and wellness sphere that I found very interesting. Do you guys know who Katie Storino is?
Sure fucking do.
I do not.
Yes, Katie Storino.
Oh, Mega Babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is the founder of Mega Babe. I think she's a model as well. She was a model and then started Mega Babe. And
she also does Make My Size.
yes, which I love.
I
And
do love her side-by-sides. Is this cute or is this person just skinny?
she's very, I like her a lot.
Yeah,
She seems
she's funny.
very cool.
Yeah.
And I will say she seems like a hustler. She's balling out.
Yeah.
So recently came under fire for posting an ad about Botox. And this happened so fast. I feel like I was traveling to go to my honeymoon and was just watching the internet on Instagram, light on fire. And then I was thinking about it when I was thinking about this podcast and I couldn't find it anywhere. I could not find a single mention of it except in one place and on Jessica DeFino's Unpublishable.
Yes,
And
Jessica.
she was the first person, I think, who I saw post about this. And basically just how if you're posting about body positivity all the time and accepting yourself, it's contradictory to also be posting an ad about Botox because you're saying people should embrace themselves at every size. You're beautiful no matter what. And you should feel confident no matter what. But you should also change your face because your face shouldn't age. And go read, we'll link to Jessica's article. But man, people really, I think that this went live on Estee Laundry or something or Diet Prada because the trolls came out, dude. People were commenting the nastiest stuff on.
That's insane.
It was crazy. And she ended up taking the post down.
Of course.
And I went back and looked at this happened maybe a week ago and there's no evidence of it happening on her Instagram. She's been posting still. It doesn't seem like, wasn't a cancelable moment, although it seems like it could have been. And I don't know, man. I was like, Katie, are you okay? That seemed really intense.
That's so intense. And I also don't like it.
What don't you like about it? Because I feel conflicted. I guess I see Jessica's point, but I'm also
Can't
we
women
just,
do anything?
Can we be mean to someone else?
Yeah.
It's holding this lens up to people to be perfect in whatever our ideal of perfection is. So,
Of them. our
Yeah,
ideal
yeah.
perfection of that. Like,
Yeah, so it's like, oh, someone who is self-accepting of not being a size 0 and is bucking that trend should also be
Right.
bucking every other possible trend, because if they're not, then I can't look up to them. They're not the image of the perfect
Body
neutrality influencer, essentially.
Right.
So it's asking people to be so one-dimensional.
Yes.
and I don't fuck with that.
I think it's placing a lot of pressure on other people to almost absolve us of our own conflicting beliefs.
You want to get Botox? Get Botox.
Yeah, I think you should do whatever you want to do with your body. And Jessica is a great writer and I
Love
think
her
a
work.
great thinker.
love
And
her.
so go read the post and make up your mind about it. But yeah, it left me feeling like not good in my heart. As
Yeah.
stupid as that sounds. And I was like, I can't put my finger on what feels icky about this, but this doesn't feel good. But I was like worried about Katie, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think like having consumed her content for years now, she's someone who I really like that she's just herself.
Yeah.
I really like that. And I think like if you're going to get Botox, I would way rather you do a post about it than pretend like you don't have it.
Yeah.
You know? And like I think she's always been so upfront about like when it's an ad. She lets you know like this is an ad break,
Yep.
this is sponsored.
And she does tons of ads.
tons.
Which I also think is really cool because people get annoyed that influencers and people who make content do ads. Well, guess what, you guys? That's how we get paid to do this.
Yeah. I was very anti body modification for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it. I was like super, don't change your body, don't change your face. And then guess what? I grew up and I realized you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
And if that's going to make you feel better, if it's going to help your migraines, if it's going to do whatever the fuck it is that you're wanting it to do, and it does that, I ride for that.
Yeah.
And Katie, I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
We love you.
Honestly, I think Bestie's thriving. I think Bestie's thriving based off of her feed.
100%.
And she seems to have, I feel like I'm emotionally weak because I'd be like, I'm going to hide from the internet now. And she just barreled.
Rolls
She was
on.
just like,
Kept
I'm going to keep
going.
going.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Good for
Hey,
her.
that's
I
a
love
good one.
that.
Bestie, you're okay.
Honestly thriving. I'm pretty sure Mega Babe as a business is also thriving. So
Yeah, they're kicking ass.
Go her. And now for I Was Scammed By.
But would still buy. In this segment, I was scammed by, but would still buy. We talk about things that feel slightly scam adjacent. Like maybe we got tricked or duped into buying them. And actually, turns out we kind of like them. Surprised. Not mad about it.
The consumer becomes the scammer.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I did it.
Okay. I've been talking up the SOS spray from Tower
yes, I
28
saw that.
so
I
much.
was really sad.
I love it. I basically got eaten alive by mosquitoes on my honeymoon, and the only thing that kept me from crying was spraying the Tower 28 SOS spray on it on my nasty mosquito bites. And I was like, this is so expensive. I don't know if I can like continue to use this on my horrible skin right now because I like need to bathe in it. And it turns out you can get the exact same stuff for $12 for 3 times as many ounces on Amazon. It's called Briotech, and it's what you use on like piercings and
Yes.
tattoos for like wound healing. It's exactly the same. It's pyrochlorous acid, and it's in seawater. It's in salt water.
Sea salt solution.
Yeah. And it's like exactly the same. It's 100% same product.
Hypochlorous acid.
Yes. So if
Natural
you
saline.
okay, my thing is though, I was scammed by Tower 28, but I would still buy it because I really like the founder. She's this amazing Asian female founder. She is just really cool. I like the brand. And so I'm willing to spend a little bit more money to support a founder I really like and a brand that I really like. And maybe when I have 10,000 mosquito bites on me, I will go and I will Amazon Prime the Briotech. But you know, in the meantime, I'm going to keep the cute SOS spray in my bag.
Also, shout out to their Super Dew Shimmer Free Highlight Balm,
Ooh.
which I just recently purchased and
Can you
enjoy
say
it.
that again?
I thought you said super douche.
I thought you said super douche as well.
I
and I was like,
wow, I didn't know we were
are
douching in
talking about
2021.
I
I
do not condone
scammed
douching.
by.
Super Dew Shimmer Free Highlight Balm. It's
Cute.
basically a highlighter.
Did you say sugar free?
No, shimmer free.
Shimmer
Oh,
free.
shimmer free.
It's like
China is on.
it's kind of just another way to look mostly wet.
Dewy.
oh,
Yeah.
love that.
Love that.
I
Love
put
that
it on
for
my
you.
eyelids.
Oh, hot.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Love that. Okay, I've been looking for a product like this. I was looking at a Danessa Myrix. You know what I'm talking
I
about.
sure do.
And
no, I
it's-
don't know. What
Oh my
did
god, I'm
you say?
obsessed with Danessa Myrix. I have.
Quality product.
Oh my god, I got this
Danessa?
chrome glitter from her that I wore during wedding stuff, and I got
Was
compliments.
it the
from,
chartreuse one?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got compliments from straight men who were like, "Your eyeshadow looks amazing."
Wait, was that the reflective rainbow
Yeah,
one? That's
yeah.
fucking sick.
products are
Her
bomb.
products are so good, and she has this expensive gel thing, and I really wanted to buy it, and then I hold yourself back pills on. But now maybe I'll get the Tower 28 one.
I did
Try.
bite the bullet and I bought the Mothership Celestial Odyssey from Pat McGrath because of
I feel
their
like
shimmer.
You're speaking another language. What are you talking about? As a
This is not makeup corner.
No, I'm a beauty noob. I'm just learning how to put on a toner.
High quality shimmer is hard to find, especially in an eyeshadow.
It's true.
And so I went, Pat McGrath knows how to make great shimmer.
A pigmented shimmer.
Yeah.
She's no Wet and Wild.
No, she's not.
She is.
Quality. And I got it on sale. I got it on sale for like 35% off.
What?
So the palette.
Pat McGrath never goes on sale.
I know. That was my Black Friday
Okay.
splurge.
That's good. That's really good. I did some Black Friday splurging. Splooshing?
Splooshing.
Okay. Here's what I copped. Do you want a list?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Go for it.
I copped the She-Wolf Tarot.
Oh, yes.
Stacy and Janelle both got some in Joshua Tree, and then I got an ad for it, and I was like, I want it. I want to be twins with them.
And they're hot.
And they're so good.
They're sexy.
And they're also very expensive tarot cards.
Yeah.
They're like $100.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But they were 30% off. I bought the clean program again.
Oh, shit.
It's
Well, good for
25%
you.
off. You know, I like it. I like it.
Sure.
Am I ashamed? I am. I'm ashamed. But have I ever felt better than when I'm doing the clean program? No.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so-
an endorsement you can take
Not
to the bank.
sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored. So I just figured, it's just powder. I can just keep it in the closet until I need it again, inevitably, which is in about a year. And I got it for 25% off. It's expensive. So,
yeah.
I'm down.
That was a great haul.
Yeah.
So did you buy any Black Friday?
Got my Pat McGrath, which I bought that palette, the Celestial Odyssey palette. And I spent like $100 on Starface. But it was 30% off. I've been wanting to try them for a while. I will
And you're in
say-
Canada, so you don't have them.
We don't have them in Canada, so I did get them shipped. They came so fast, and I have to say, I don't know if they work. I've been using them for like a week. I
got a great Amazon dupe for you.
Great, love that because like I like that they keep me from touching my face. Like I love the protectiveness of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if they actually make your pimples smaller.
I'm convinced pimple patches make them worse.
Really?
For me.
Cute.
Really?
They
So happy for me.
If I leave a pimple alone and I don't touch it, I don't put on too much at night, they dry out on their own versus getting bigger, pussier. That's where I'm at.
I'm really like a splooger at night. I have such dry skin that I need to like put so much lotion on. And anytime I've tried to use a pimple patch, they just like are repelled by my skin because I put my lotion on and then I feel stupid.
So I'm on toned skin, dry, cleansed, toned skin.
That's
And
probably the right way to do it.
maybe they work, maybe they don't, but
All
they
right.
look cute.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Is primer a scam? I think so.
Oh, no, it's not.
Are we sure? Yeah, I use it every day. I just don't know if it does.
What kind do you use?
I'm using the Rhodial Glow Drops.
Is that a primer?
It's a primer.
I really like the audible sigh that accompanied your, it's a primer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it works. I use it every day. I'm just not sure if it actually does anything that moisturizer isn't doing.
I recently got into primers. 'Cause I
Okay.
did not think that they worked. I also had really bad acne forever. And so I felt like anytime I used a primer, it like had silicone in it. It would make my acne worse.
Totally.
And so now that I'm nearly elderly, I don't have to worry about acne. And I feel like the Tatcha
Oh.
primer I really like. And I
Cult
also really
favorite.
like the Urban Decay 24/7. And I found that for me, the primer works best when I do primer and then I do like a priming spray or a setting spray on top of it.
So you prime?
Yeah.
And then you set the primer with the...
No. I prime, makeup, and then setting
Oh.
spray.
Yeah, okay.
That works. That works really, really well.
What setting spray do you use?
The 24/7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and by Urban Decay. I really like it. Wedding stuff really took me down a spiral of beauty, wellness,
Of course.
and more. We can talk about it at some point. But that was one thing I was worried about because I'm very worried about not looking like myself and wearing makeup and it falling off my face or it not staying on or it looking weird. So I went down a primer journey and that was what I found.
I feel like primer is 3 steps too far for me in the routine. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to work in 3 steps right now.
Yeah, honestly.
Sunscreen included, which can we talk about?
Oh, yeah. Let's get into
Oh.
it.
Because I was just in Mexico City, full sun, and I wore sunscreen every day and got fucking burnt every day.
So this is a raw dog theory that I've been working on for quite a while. I've been chewing this cud for months. I think that Supergroup, do not want to be sued, but I would not be surprised if we have a sort of like Supergroup gate a la
Expose.
Honest Company sunscreen
Mm.
circa 2017 when everyone was like, this shit doesn't work because my baby has like a 3rd-degree sunburn.
Oh, my God.
I'm like 90% sure that Supergroup does not have the SPF that it says it has. And
I put that shit on every day.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
I
have their
wanna love it.
unscreen that I
Yeah.
just got recently, and I have to say, I like the pearl shimmer,
Yeah.
but it's extremely shimmery. I was like walking around like, oh, it's just
Twilight
bouncing
character.
off of me.
100%,
Exactly.
yes.
I was channeling that energy.
The Cullens.
But
Big head for that.
unfortunately, it wasn't keeping me pearl white. It was getting all the freckles you can imagine.
yeah, I've I've tried everything. I've tried so many different Supergoop products. I have melasma, so like I feel like I'm a canary in the like non-zinc coal mine. Like
Their zinc doesn't work.
I can tell you when a sunscreen doesn't work because my melasma comes back so easily. And 100% of the time when I use only Supergoop, I have melasma by the end of the day, even if I've just been working inside. Like it always comes back. And now I need to get rid of this expensive sunscreen that I bought. So I layer it under or over other sunscreen. But I don't think that it works. And
I just got one of their like the glow stick where it's basically a highlighter.
It's not for people who are not melanated. Like it is not for people who are pale. Like that doesn't not work.
I pulled it out midday in Mexico City to reapply, and my friend was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's just sunscreen,
tanning oil."
Yeah. Okay. Now that I am putting the pieces of this puzzle together, it is suspicious when you put that shit on and it feels so good.
I think that the SPF is really low, but like on the unseen sunscreen, it's kind of like wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Like it covers up your skin. So it's that's what sunscreen does, right? Chemical sunscreen actually makes like, it's like wearing a shirt, right? So it blocks or like a mesh something. And then physical sunscreen blocks. Chemical doesn't block. It's the chemicals are supposed to protect you, but that doesn't work for a lot of people. You can still really get sunburn, especially if you don't have melanated skin. So I think that they have low SPF and they're like relying on that shimmer to like protect your skin, and it doesn't really work. A lot of their sunscreens are also tinted pinkish. Have you noticed that? And I think that is part of it too. There have been a bunch of sunscreen companies that have like come under fire, especially Korean sunscreen companies that were like supposed to have these crazy SPFs, and they actually tested them and they were like, this is not 100 SPF, this is like 20 SPF. And so I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised.
Same as Michelle, I have melasma, and I developed it last year. I'd never had it. And all of a sudden I was like, what is this on my forehead? And I just walk around rocking. My T-zone is just fully white zinc now. Like forehead, can't see it. Nose, can't see it. Rest of the face, I guess I'm super gooping it, but apparently that's not doing anything.
What is giving us melasma?
Just like living.
Where are the men with melasma? Please stand up.
Melasma is actually the worst because you can get it from just being hot. Like
what?
Yeah, there are certain triggers. It's either hormones. So sometimes when people get pregnant or go on birth control, they get it, or their hormones change.
Basically, if you're a 10, you have melasma.
Only hotties have melasma, is what I'm saying.
That's true.
So you're not supposed to wear sunglasses that have metal if you have melasma, because it can give you these like under eye melasma bags, because the metal rims of your sunglasses will be too hot for your skin.
Taking it back to Katie Storino, that's how I learned about melasma because she gets the badger patches under her eyes. Yeah, nice. And she literally will walk to the other side of the street to avoid the sun.
Badger patches.
I think that's what they call them.
I have one, right? Mine came back when I was in Mexico.
It's pretty badass. Fucking badders.
I mean, they're terrifying.
Honey badgers.
Hey nerds! Guess who's got 2 thumbs, speaks limited French, and hasn't cried once today? This moi.
Here we go. 4.
Wellness House of Cards.
And our Wellness House of Cards. We have delicately placed some things that are keeping us upright, keeping us standing, keeping us alive, but just barely holding on. Today's Wellness House of Cards is sponsored by Coca-Cola.
It's true.
Not even a Coke Zero? Not even a...
Full shugs.
Just full on.
Give me the jet fuel.
I really needed it this morning. Okay.
You know what I needed? I needed my jade roller in the freezer.
You did.
And guess where I left it? At the Airbnb. In Mexico City in the freezer. I was like, don't leave this here. Don't leave this here. Don't leave this here. I wrote myself a note. I looked at the note and I left it.
Out of sight, out of mind. Squiggly brain.
Classic. It's almost a way to guarantee leaving something is to write yourself a note to remember it.
And to put it in the freezer. Yeah. But I highly recommend, this is not revolutionary, but for me it was, put your jade roller or your gua sha in the freezer, or a spoon. Or there is a wellness influencer who makes those eye patches that you put in the freezer that I would really like to buy. And I haven't purchased yet. The Charlotte.
Tilbury?
Do skin?
No.
Yeah. They look like magnets for your eyes.
They're reusable eye masks, right?
Yeah.
Like under eye masks. They're
That's
super cute.
I'm pretty sure they've been in my cart in some tab for months.
You got to pull the trigger.
Just buy them.
You've been talking about them for a while. Like I remember you talking about them maybe in October.
I'm just going to purchase them while we're on this.
I just know what I'm going to get you for Christmas.
If the supply chain doesn't fuck it up.
That's that cursed supply chain.
Last week, I had a bit of a anxiety spiral. And there was nothing, like none of my Wellness House of Cards were working for me. It was just one of those moments, where you're like going through the list and you're like, not enough, not enough, not enough. But what really kept me living and got me through to the next morning was I actually watched the entire Get Back Beatles documentary.
I heard it's really good.
It's really good. Cannot recommend it enough.
What about it soothed your soul?
I studied music all my life. And so as a music nerd, I love when people pull the curtains back behind how the fuck, they made something so cool just by them jamming. And I really enjoyed seeing how punchable Paul McCartney is. That was really fun for me because I think everybody's like Yoko Ono like blew up the Beatles, and I'm pretty sure it was Paul.
Obviously, blame the woman.
Totally.
I blame John because he really just seems like a douchebag.
Well, and then I learned that George was actually the first one to leave the band. Nobody blames George. But yeah,
George is a sweetheart.
it kept me going. I really enjoyed it. If you have 9 hours,
Who
put
doesn't?
it on. It was really soothing and can totally recommend.
Nice.
Love that.
Beatles were actually good, or just like right place, right time.
It's embarrassing how often I think about that because I think right place, right time, and also I think that similar to
Harry Styles.
Taylor Swift,
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Harry.
I think that their songwriting ability is just so astronomically high that I don't think it mattered. I don't know, like if they had to be really that good at the music part because their writing is just
Yeah.
And they got better and better.
they sure did.
Also, they probably had Yoko Ono the witch on their team, you know? They
Yeah.
probably had magic.
Apparently,
We should be thanking her.
apparently
thank
she asked
I'm a Yoko
Salvador
stan.
Dali for some of his hair because she wanted to
She
make art
totally
with
did a
it.
spell.
And he thought she was a witch, so instead of sending his hair, he sent her one blade of grass.
Honestly, Salvador Dali sounds like a douchebag.
I think she paid him $10,000 for his hair, and then he sent her a blade of grass. What a dick!
Okay, that's fraud.
Yeah, but she probably made some amazing art out of it.
She
So
probably, that was a piece. Just that exchange was
that
a piece.
was, yeah.
yeah.
She's amazing. Nice. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're feeling better now.
Oh, truly, I woke up the next morning, felt good.
You're just singing Let It Be.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I love But I Have Shame. This is in my Wellness House of Cards like pretty consistently, and I have shame about it. And it's Moon Shoe Super You. I feel like I need like gradient blocking glasses because I'm a slut for anything with a gradient on it. I swear to God. This product has pretty girl privilege. It's so attractive that I'm just like, well, you must work because you're pretty.
They're playing on your biological need for a beautiful sunset and a beautiful sunrise.
I'm like, that is already helping. This is already helping me. It's not even in my body.
Yeah.
Like, it must work, you know? That's how I feel about Super You because I'm like, I'm going to take it every day. I'm going to feel good because I'm taking this product. Does it actually work? I don't know. I even know the dupe for it. That was like one of our first cusp deep dives.
Except for, not for me, the Shatavari.
Oh, yeah. That fucked you up.
Yeah.
Made your boobs.
Swollen. Swole.
Yeah. Yeah. For all you folks
Ready
listening
to
out there,
breastfeed.
Jesus.
No, really.
you could suckle at the teat of Wallace. She was engorged.
I wanted to love it. I don't need
Does it do
bigger
that for
titties.
everyone?
No.
Does everybody get
Shatavari for some people.
big boobs?
Makes their boobies go.
Nice. It only
Yeah.
happens to me right before my period or when I'm ovulating. Ugh.
Same. Only my period. Right before.
That's when you take the thirst straps. Right before your period.
Or when you take the Super You.
Well, I'm gonna try it out now.
Yeah.
'cause
Do you need to sex? Take some Super You.
take a picture. get the
Not
pics.
not
It
sponsored.
will dysregulate your hormones and really fuck up your endocrine system. But
You
it's
might
worth
have
it.
2 periods a month. Lucky you.
Also, the dupe is the Gaia Herbs Adrenal Rescue, I think is the name of it. It is pretty much like a 95% formulation dupe for anyone out there who's like, Super You sounds amazing, but $50 for a month of pills is ridic. You're right, it is ridic. And Gaia Herbs version is like 25. So it might even be cheaper than that. And the only thing it doesn't have is Shatavari. So if you are allergic to Shatavari, then it's a good product. Yeah, I don't know if Super You works, honestly. Like, I'll just keep buying it. It's still expensive.
Placebo.
I don't know what the dupe is. I ran out while I was on my honeymoon, so I took the dupe this morning. Do I feel as good? I don't know. Maybe.
And anybody out there who's like in product development, make those gradient blocking glasses, okay?
Please, I
There you
need
go.
them.
Make it.
My bank account thanks you.
Ship it to MPL. I will literally buy anything if it's pretty. It sucks.
Chocolate.
There's tons of gradients in Erewhon.
When I was in there, I was like, hey, I need some stain remover because
They're like,
Oh,
people
this
who
is a
come
great
here don't
hack.
get stains.
oh my God, literally, she was like, we don't have that. I was like,
Sorry,
okay,
we're not slappy hair.
do you have hairspray? And she was like, we got one. That's it.
And was it like just like egg whites? It's actually semen.
And it kind of looked like that. But I will say for anyone who needs stain remover on the go, hairspray, that's what's up.
nice.
It works so well. In Mexico City, I bought a lip stain that literally stains my lips for days. Like it is hardcore. Got it on a white shirt. Ended up having to wash it in the bathroom at second home. But I got it out. Hairspray. MVP. Sips up.
You know how to get your own blood out of anything.
Peroxide?
No, your spit.
Get out.
This is the craziest hack. So if
This is why we don't need any product. Cancel the podcast.
it's
Semen, spit, hairspray.
let me save you some money. I was zero waste for a year, meaning I created no trash. We could talk about it at another time. It was horrible. And I, instead of using a razor
Sounds like a
blade,
full-time
I
job.
used a, what are those called?
Sugar?
Safety razor. So like an actual razor blade.
Oh.
And I would cut myself all the time. I was never not bleeding on everything. And I was trying not to waste clothes and shit and like buy extra stuff. And so I learned this hack that if you use your own spit, it breaks down the enzymes in your blood. And So if you ever get blood on fabric, on sheets, on whatever,
Pork on it.
spit on it, and then just rub it in with your finger or with the nail of your finger, and it will go away. I swear to God, it works every single time, 100% of the time. But it has to be your spit. It can't be another person's spit because your spit has the enzymes for your blood, and vice versa. So like if you're with somebody and you're like, oh no, who's bleeding in this bed? You gotta
Both
test
spit on it.
Yeah, exactly. But it works. So there you go.
There's blood on your cock. Let me just spit on it.
Well, you know what, Wallace? That's enough. That's a whole nother segment.
It's okay.
You're canceled.
I'm editing this. I will be taking
Blood on
that
your
out.
cack. Let me spit on it. let me get my fingernail in there.
Yeah. So that's that.
That's hot. Thanks,
Yeah.
Pelazon.
You're welcome. That's like a sort of Angelina Jolie home goods tip.
She would. Yeah,
She
that's
has
great.
like 7 children.
Oh, and her and Machine Gun Kelly.
Are they together?
No, he wears Megan Fox's blood around his neck.
Oh, okay.
It's been done. It's been done.
It's been done. Okay.
Look at all these hacks. We're going to talk about a sexy, unique scam that we know about.
Now we're seeing a veritable racket that's
Dangerously hot. Kind of a fuckboy.
big fuckboy behavior.
You love to hate them, but
Yeah.
you love to fuck them.
Big fuckboy energy. And I'm what?
They're
And
not
I'm aroused?
sustainable. They're a little scammy,
Not good for you, but fun.
but fun.
Sus. My sexy unique scam has to do with Erewhon.
The one and only. Erewhon.
Erewhon.
Erewhon, if you don't live in LA or you're not a douchebag, is a really expensive grocery store that is in bougie places.
We love to hate it.
Home
We
of
love
the
it.
$45 water.
We love it. We love it. We love it. And we love to hate
Shamelessly.
it. And I was thinking about it a lot when I was in Mexico.
Because you missed it.
Yeah,
they
'cause
don't
I
have
missed
one.
it. Yeah, because I missed it.
You're having withdrawal.
And I feel like we only like Erewhon because it makes us feel beautiful to shop there, but it's really an overpriced Trader Joe's. It's a place where like you can only get like specific things there. You can't like do a full grocery shop there.
Absolutely not. Produce section is robbery.
The way the apples are lit, like who is lighting them? Who is doing their makeup?
Get this person an Oscar.
Seriously, they are Gorgina. Like they they all have like their own individual selfie lights or something. They're poreless. They're amazing.
They have a finishing spray.
You go to really like be dazzled by the prices there, but also not totally stunned by them. Like that's part of the experience is being like, oh my God, this buffalo cauliflower is $17. But that's kind of like the charm of it. It's like, oh, I'm a little bit fancy enough to shop here, but not too fancy. I'll just get a couple things. And then it like makes you kind of feel good about yourself, you know? It's like within reach.
Part of the brand narrative.
Because we love expensive things, even though expensive things are not actually better.
Mm-mm.
Because we hate cheap things.
Will say I've never seen so many people wearing silk slip dresses while grocery shopping than I have there.
Yeah, and everyone,
Like these people are on like they're there to be seen.
everyone's
I
an
go
8 to
for-
10.
I go for the fashion, let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
they all have their own unique flavor.
Mm.
Silver Lake, totally different than Venice.
Mm.
There's really good lighting. And you know how like when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you think that you can spend more money than you actually have.
Be
I think
good.
that Mother Teresa said that actually. When you feel hot, you are hot. And when you're hot, you do good in the world. Then you're like, I think I should buy this buffalo cauliflower because I'm worth it. Because have you seen how hot I am? And I need to keep this tiny high and tight. I kind of feel like, you know, Erewhon's like the Tulum of grocery stores.
100%.
It's like sort of a boring, smooth-brained, wealthy person aesthetic. It's polished concrete, black, and then like light wood. I honestly kind of feel like Erewhon would maybe be better if their lighting was worse. Does that make sense?
Like if they weren't
Like-
spending so much money on their light tech.
Exactly.
There you go.
I feel like I would actually like it more.
They are on a mission to screw up your coffee order every time.
Here's a concept for you.
Okay.
Lay it on us, Well.
A candlelit grocery store
Extremely in. Someone call Anna Marie Tendler.
only
Oh,
opens at
yes.
5 p.m.
Yes.
Only
From 5 to 7.
Yeah,
When it's dark out
only the red and orange hues
Yep.
of
Yeah.
the spectrum.
and someone's playing like a sound bowl
A
over the
sexy,
speakers.
unique shopping
No, a
experience.
harpsichord. But like that sounds so cozy and wonderful. And
I would shop there.
I would shop the shit out of that store.
Let's be honest. We're all going to Erewhon to hook up. Let's just take it there.
It's true.
Put the candlelight.
LA does not have enough public spaces. It does not have enough places
That's why
to meet
everyone's
people.
there.
It's true.
There
LA
are no
needs more
parks.
public parks.
Also, I think that the candlelit grocery store is like really, it's good for, it's like non-ableist. I don't know what it's very
Inclusive?
Inclusive. Yeah.
How about for people who can't see in low light?
So not inclusive for them.
If you have an astigmatism, fuck off.
But-
Everyone else.
But everyone will look much hotter.
But there's a lot of people that are neurodivergent that say grocery stores are really hard for them because they're so loud, they're so bright, there's so much going on.
Right.
There are a lot of people that are neurodivergent that say like that the grocery store is the next level of hell.
Maybe some things need to change. Maybe invite some candlelight in.
Erewhon's also the epitome of
LA culture.
LA wellness culture.
And it's a sexy, unique scam.
It is.
that everyone has going for
Absolutely.
it. It's
the
it's
sexiest of scams.
a good scam. It's a great scam even.
You know what's interesting is that each grocery store has its own brand of cult, right? There's
Totally.
the Trader Joe's cult. There's the Sprouts cult. We're not sure what's happening with them, but
We can talk about them. Are you guys okay? Next time.
I don't know if anyone's really in the cult of Whole Foods anymore.
I don't think it's a cult per se anymore.
Yeah.
It's just become the norm.
It's really just TJ's, Erewhon, and Sprouts.
They say they are the religion of the people, the church of the proletariat.
There you go.
I have to say it is a culture here. Coming to LA and going to different grocery stores, it is not just a grocery store.
Yeah.
It is an experience.
Well, because everything else closes at 10, except for other grocery
It's
stores
true.
stay open. The
Vast
public
statement,
square
but-
of LA is the health food store or the grocery store.
Yeah, that's a hill I die on, honestly.
Yeah, the public square of LA. If you think about each neighborhood, there is a grocery store. Beachwood Canyon, it's the fucking Gelson's.
Oh yeah, that Gelson's is amazing across the street from Scientology Center.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
We're we're really landing this plane here.
So
Rainbow Acres, Venice. It's a
unfortunately,
certain type of Venice. Marina del Rey.
exactly, Marina del Rey. We know that Erewhon Venice, that's obviously
That
the public
match.
square
Yeah.
of Venice. Let's see what else we got. Echo Park, it's clearly, Cookbook is like
Cookbook and Lassen's.
the niche bougie square.
Yeah.
Lassen's is a scene in
Cookbook
Echo
is for
Park.
people who don't have Instagram.
Yeah.
On principle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know the ones.
They're like, sorry, where did these long kumquats come from? What's the
When were they flown in? Who picked them? Do you have their
Who's-
names? You walk me through how it got here.
My computer's about to die.
Cool. That's,
So
that's
is
our
this
cue.
hill that we are dying on. Tell us about your public square grocery store.
Yeah, tell us
Near
about
you.
your grocery store. I want to know what's
I
your
love a
grocery
local
store.
grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonus points if you take a picture or a video.
And
Yeah.
send it to us.
Send it to
and
us.
if we should go explore it.
Shout out to Natural Grocers, which is the sort of Rainbow Acres of Utah, Denver. It's really fucking good. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for rating. Thanks for reviewing.
And we have a text line in the notes. We want to hear from you. What products you want us to check out?
Do you
We'll
want-
do it for you. We'll be your guinea pigs. We'll find the dupes.
Everything we do for you.
We do for you. It's good for you, good for us.
It's good for you. It's good for us. Love to
Text
take care
us.
of you. We love to try things for you.
Where you from?
Come to dinner.
What you want to know. You don't even have to say who you are. Just text us a product
Don't spend your money. Let us spend our money figuring out if that thing is worth it for you.
and we'll let you know.
Thanks for tuning in to Good For You. Follow us on Instagram, Good For You Pod, and make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. Remember, we are giving away so much swag.
Mega prize.
Like a lot of money's worth of swag, honestly. So
It's some good shit.
there's a really good chance you'll win. Because, like, let's be honest, we're not like a big company. You have pretty good odds. Enter by taking a screenshot of this episode, sharing it on Instagram, tagging us, and we'll let you know if you win. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Check out our Shop My Shelf to see what's
Very
on
good.
your shelf potentially.
All right, good for you.
Good for you.
Bye.